When I was like 10, 11 years old, I'd be in the kitchen working at the weekends, looking at these big chefs, like working the pans, flames, and I'm like, what is going on? And it was beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff is one of my favorite dishes. Comfort food at its best. Creamy, mushroomy, tender, blushing beef with the rice that just soaks up all of that sauce. It is absolutely one of the most delicious things. It all starts with the tail end of a really good beef fillet. And I want to slice them up the size of my little finger. If you go too small, everything's going to overcook. And then we're going to season it with salt, pepper, and a little allspice. And just shake it. Coat every little piece of that meat in the seasoning. And then once you've done that, you prep your shallots and your garlic. And really importantly, the stalks of parsley. The stalks of parsley have that beautiful sweetness. Just finely slice it, lemon zest, and then you're ready to cook. Hot pan, in with olive oil, a knob of butter. As it bubbles, we go in with those pieces of beef fillet and just move it around. We want to go hard heat, but I want that beef rare. As soon as it's got a bit of color, we move it out to a plate and then back in the pan with mushrooms. Now with the mushrooms, it's really nice. You know, you can use any mushrooms you like, but the wild mushrooms, girolles, chanterelles are so beautiful, little oysters. Just put them in the dry pan just for a minute and they'll start to toast. And when they toast, they go nutty. Then we go in with olive oil, shallots, garlic, parsley stalks, lemon zest, and the cornichon, shake it all around. And then we start to bring out the sweetness and the depth of flavor of the mushrooms. And then we go in with mustard, smoked paprika. Then I put the meat back into the pan with any juices, and then I add a nice lug of brandy. Flame it, shake the pan around. And that flaming is not just for jazz and fun, like let the flames really kind of like sizzle those ingredients from the top. Let it cook away so you're left with that vanilla-y, barrel-y gorgeousness. And then cream. I like using sour cream and just like rippling it and marbling it through parsley. Season it to perfection, a squeeze of lemon juice, and then you're ready to serve. It's that quick. Simple, fluffy rice on a platter. Meat, sauce, mushrooms, parsley. Oh, the flavor, the indulgence, the tenderness of the beef fillet, beef stroganoff. An absolutely delicious dish. You've got to try it. Enjoy. So one of my favourite pasta dishes I had on my honeymoon in the Amalfi Coast, I've named honeymoon pasta. Linguine with gorgeous shellfish, prawns, tomatoes, lemon. And this recipe is definitely a recipe of my heart. It's super romantic, it's really nice to share with someone, and it's so simple. We go into some really fast boiling water with linguine, cook it al dente for sure. So I get a cold pan on the heat. I add olive oil. And as that temperature comes up, I add finely sliced garlic, chili, capers, a little anchovy. Just let the anchovy just melt away. That's your little signal to go in with the clams, the mussels, or any other shellfish. And we shake it all around in that gorgeous flavor. Then I add the prawns, the langoustine, the finely sliced and scored squid. And we shake it all around in that gorgeous flavor, and then in with something a little bit fancy, Prosecco. Let that cook away, and then we crush in beautiful, high quality plum tomatoes. I add some herbs, lid on top. Just in a minute or two, that's enough time to really pop those mussels and clams, and the juices will come out, mix with the tomatoes, and give you the most incredible sauce. By that time, if you're lucky, your linguine is going to be perfectly cooked. So I literally just pull it from the water into that sauce and just toss it and toss it, taste it, correct the seasoning, and serve it as quickly as possible. Maybe with a little flourish of olive oil, maybe with a little finish of some fresh herbs, and that's it. It's a thing of joy. It's quick, it's beautiful, super romantic, That is the most perfect pasta. It's incredible to share with someone and serve it as quickly as possible. This is the home of my cooking. It's food that makes me really happy. Honeymoon pasta. Enjoy. The ultimate chocolate tart is a thing of joy. The most incredible pastry with hazelnuts through it. We have the chocolate that's scented so delicately with orange zest, which is amazing, and Vinsanto. And that just constantly cut on a plate with creme fraiche is absolutely the most amazing thing. So what I like to do is get 450 grams of flour, make a little well in the middle. I'll put 2 egg yolks. I'm going to flavour it with something very special. 50 grams of hazelnuts, slowly toasted, pounded up to a flour. I'll put a nice tablespoon of beautiful vanilla extract, 100 grams of icing sugar, gorgeous butter diced up, and I'll put that around the edge where the flour is. Just rub it through. You'll see it kind of go nice and chunky, almost like a kind of crumble topping. And then beautiful cold whole milk. So as it comes together, just kind of mold it and pack it and then press it down, put it in some greaseproof paper and let it rest in the fridge for about 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, I'm going to cut it in half. Press it together to a nice little round circle and then roll it out. And then once I've got it about sort of ½ centimetre thick, I unwind the pastry on top, ease in the sides and push the pastry into the corners. Then we want to bake it blind. What I use for baking all the time is just some rice, and it sets it so it doesn't shrink down the sides. Pop it in the oven for 15 minutes. At that point, carefully pick up the paper, remove it, then put it back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's beautifully golden. Now, while that's cooking, we're going to make this incredible chocolate. Get 300 millilitres of double cream, bring that up to a simmer. I'm going to use 2 heaped tablespoons of golden caster sugar. Use a speed peeler to get one nice long piece of orange peel. Let that go into the cream. Take your cream that's simmering away off, put the chocolate in with 100 grams of beautiful butter, a nice pinch of salt. Use a little spatula if you want. At this point, remove the orange peel, and then what you can do is add 50 mils of beautiful Vinsanto. This is a thing of joy. At this point, very often, it will start to look like it's going to split. So we add 100 mils of cold whole milk. It will be incredible to look at. It will smell amazing. And then we take the pastry case out of the oven and pour that gorgeous chocolate straight into it, and we just leave it. That, for me, is the ultimate expression of chocolate. A slice of chocolate tart, a beautiful lob of indulgent creme fraiche with that nice tang, a little glass of beautiful Vinsanto, and for me, that is a thing of joy. So what are you waiting for? Enjoy.